Hello, folks. Howard, how are you? Kareen, how are you? Blessings, bless up. Wilry Goat Farm, welcome. How's everybody doing? Good evening, everyone. Anybody else there that and if you're there, just say a quick hello. And share the link. Share it if you have the capability to do so. Please share. Let's get some people in the room. Leon Golding, bless up. How are you? Hope all is well with the farm, and I'm sure most people are having kids or wrapping up kidding. So hope everybody is having healthy kids and keeping the mortality down. Cabra is doing well, doing very well. Darren, what's going on, boss? Yeah, all's good on the farm. Kids are doing well. We still have our own little issues here and there, like any other farm. So we're doing what we have to do to manage it. So, my cook, what's going on? Trudy is on the farm holding things down. She just posts there that the internet is a problem on the farm, as usual, or lately since that storm. We haven't gotten back good internet since. Darren says he's in the middle of rebuilding. It's good. Make it bigger, better, yes. Go big or go home, right? That's what they say. Quick update on what's going on the farm. As you say, a couple weeks ago, we wrap up our kidding period. It was good. We haven't lost any kids since. We got a couple mothers that are a little behind on their recovery. So we're paying close attention to that. Other than that, it's just business as usual, regular farm operation. Trudy's on the farm holding things down. She's the real superstar. So she crews on the crew that's there. I'm not on the farm at the moment, so got to give them props, enough respect, and give thanks for them to be able to do it, hold it down. Not that I have any doubt, you know what I mean? The Cabra team strong. Tonight, I really want to get into that RADA form that came to our attention via Mr. Makuk earlier this week. And the reason that I really want to discuss this is because the Small Ruminants Development Program had a big launch. And they put it out there that how to participate, I have the opportunity to participate in the program is by registering with RADA and, of course, the Small Ruminants Association. And, that was put out there, and that's the criteria. So when this form came to our attention, which to us as a surprise. We didn't know about it. Mr. McCook didn't know about it. We were like, oh, so I start searching all the various Facebook groups that are so active with small ruminants farmers, from the progressive, the livestock, the St. Elizabeth group, the St. Mary group, the St. Catherine group, the goat meat group, all of them. I'm looking through them. I don't see this posted anywhere. I don't see a discussion on it. I'm like, how is this flying under the radar? How is this form, which is, it's a prerequisite to being a part of the program? Like, you don't have a chance, based on what we learned, you don't have a chance of being in the program or getting an opportunity to participate if you don't fill out this form and submit it. So if anybody in the group, on the chat right now watching, knew about this form, got this form, say 2 weeks ago, just give me a thumbs up or something. Let us know you got it and you were aware of it. The having really is the same issue we've been talking about for a while, is sharing of information. We can develop and move forward in this sector if we share vital information like that. I don't know what the chances are of the regular farmer like myself, Mr. McCook, anybody else getting the opportunity to participate, right? I don't know what the chances are. All I know is you don't have a shot if you don't have this form submitted. You're not even in the game. You're not even suited up to be on the bench if you don't submit this form. And I have an issue with that, because in my opinion, I think, I'm just going to say this, I think somebody dropped the ball, whether it's RADA or the ministry, or somebody dropped the ball to say, yo, this is available. Farmers, contact your local rep and fill out the form. Mind you, the criteria is very low. So just about any good farmer can register. There's no major criteria required more than registered farm with RADA, registered Small Ruminants Association, minimum 3 years in operation, minimum 3 mature females, some form of record keeping. So it ain't anything major, and I'm very disappointed to know that this program had such a massive launch, and when time comes for farmers to feel like they're part of something, whether it's going to happen or not, but at least they got a shot. Even at face value, they got a shot to participate. The information just slide under the radar. The fact that you have to register, which is the number one thing. In order for them to consider you, whether it's an interview or come see your farm or pick your name out of a hat, whichever way it's being done, most farmers didn't get a shot. Most farmers didn't know about it. So I'm hoping that we're Peter putting it out there and people quickly contact their rep and have the opportunity to go sign up. I don't know what the numbers are. It would be nice, stuff like that would be nice for somebody to come back and say, yo, the drive to sign up people for this was successful. We got 1,000 people, 2,000 people, I don't know. Information like that is good for the sector to say, yo, we got farmers who are serious about being active in the space. So I don't know if we'll ever get a number, to see if the initiative is moving in the right direction. For us, I know the rep that visit our farm on a yearly basis, I assume just to collect data, he was the one responsible or knew about it, aware of it, but we didn't get a call. You know, he didn't visit us and say, "Yo, you need to fill this out." You know, the head of RADA in our parish, you know, at the time we spoke to him, he wasn't aware of it until he consulted with his staff and they told him. So it's very disappointing. You know, it's one of those things where you think that things are moving in the right direction and, you know, 3 step forward, 2 step back, or even 3 step back. I don't know. We got, you know, from Floyd Green getting, you know, replaced because of his indiscretions on the partying thing, to rather dropping the ball on this. Feels like, yo, that whole initiative is in jeopardy. Or maybe not. Maybe it's by design. I don't know. I just hope that, you know, there's more people come out and say, yes, I signed up, because the numbers, we need the numbers for the program to look like it's something that's worth pursuing by, you know, this new minister or whoever is in charge. I still don't see anybody here saying that they're aware of it. You know what I mean? Nobody here is saying, I don't see it. I don't see anybody here saying, yo, I got this 2 weeks ago and I signed up. I don't see it in the chat here in the comments. You know, I see Peter said his rep didn't know about it. So it would be nice to know, you know what I mean, how many people actually knew about it. It wasn't on any of the, you know what I mean, on any of the groups. Unless I missed it, somebody correct me, please. You know, I will stand corrected. Y'all know me. I stand corrected easily. I have no ego, no pride when it comes to this. I'm like, I'm wrong. Let's keep it moving. You know what I mean? But it's disheartening. You know what I mean? The Darren says his rep knew about it, but he didn't make contact. It begs you ask the question, like, what is the objective here? What really is the objective? Is the objective to motivate farmers to build a business out of this? Or is it much of the same old where, you know, we're going to keep it amongst a few people or select people or who you know people and them something? It's not encouraging, you know? It's not very encouraging from where I'm sitting, you know, because something like this, I think, should be blanketed across all the different groups. Everybody should be sharing this, saying, yo, this is what's going on. If you have to get an opportunity to participate, quickly sign up for this. Because we all is, from what I know, from doing iGoat chat, I don't see anybody object to the program. People have questions on how it's going to roll out, etc., but nobody object to it. And if somebody's object to it, point it out to me in the chat right now. I don't know anybody who objected to it. You know, I know people with questions. Like any other thing, there's going to be questions about how it's going to happen, how it's going to roll out. You know, we had Paul here talking about the registry and sharing information on what he knows, Paul Sayers, that is, what he knows about the Small Ruminants Development Program. And from his presentation on iGoat chat, we all felt encouraged because he had a lot of information. He had information that was well thought out. from their perspective, and we all felt encouraged. Now, this forum, I can only have one, thought process about it. It's pretty straightforward to me. You don't sign up, you don't have an opportunity. It's that simple. You don't sign up, you don't have an opportunity. There's two players in this. There's the RADA people that you have to sign up. You have to be a member of RADA, and you have to be a member of the Small Ruminants Association. I don't know if the Small Ruminants Association is aware of this. I haven't heard anything from them. I haven't seen a comment from them on Peter's post, so I don't know if they were aware of it. But I just think the right hand ain't talking to the left hand. Right hand ain't talking to the left hand in RADA. And RADA and the Small Ruminants Association has a partnership on this based on the fact that you have to sign up to both to participate. And RADA and Small Ruminants Association talking about this because none of them put it out. None of them issued a statement or a post saying, this is what's going on. This is what farmers need to do. I didn't see the post. I didn't see a post. I didn't see a statement. So if somebody else here saw it, please correct me, because I didn't see it. You know what I mean? Or even as Kareen says, there's no information posted, so there was no information on deadline, and the deadline was Thursday or extended to Friday. Apparently, I don't know which day was the real deadline, but initially I heard it was Thursday, but then I got information that it was Friday yesterday. Santina. Santina said the powers thought that it would going to pass by without noticing. I don't know if they're concerned about me. You know what I mean? They're only concerned about me when, they know I'm going to talk about something that directly affects them, or something they did or not do, and they think I'm going to talk about it. I can't lay blame on anybody because I don't have details on it. I can't say this. One thing I can say for sure is that this forum is in the hands of RADA. RADA should put out the information. It's just that simple. Whatever part the Small Ruminants Association play, I don't know, because I don't even know if they're aware of it, if they were aware of it. I'm not in constant communication with them, so I don't know if they're aware. I can, for really and truly, can talk about them on this, because I don't know anything about what they know, what they don't know. They haven't commented on it. I haven't seen a YouTube post from Mr. Bernard on it. I don't see a comment from Paul, who is usually active on in the forums or on social media. I don't see a comment from him, and I don't see it posted officially in any other groups. The only post I've seen is Peter's post, Mr. McCook's post. That's the only post I've seen. And I don't even know if anybody commented on the post. You know what I mean? Somebody should look at it right now and tell me if anybody actually commented on that post. I don't think so. I don't think anybody commented on that post. So there you go. It's one of those things where you ask yourself, what is the objective here? What are we doing? Is this a real industry? Is this sector viable under the governance of these people, or we're on our own? Are we on our own? Because it's pretty simple to me. You have to sign up, put it out there, and let farmers know they got to sign up. Here's the form. We're in 2021. Anybody can post that from their phone. Anybody can post that from their phone. Anybody in the RADA office. I'm pretty sure there's a RADA guy on this iGoat chatting silence right now. Possibly. There's a high percentage that a RADA person is watching this right now. And I can put it on record that I am disappointed that this information and this form was not circulated. Because we know Jamaicans stay, we don't know, say, yo, something like that will go on, a man will make sure it's a film thing involved. It's just our nature. You know what I mean? Casey, we are just a straight say, yo, Jamaican love free thing, we definitely go jump in and say, yo, I want my name in it. I want my name in the pot. Yeah, it's just simple. I don't know if that was the deterrence, but something like this, if it is for farmers, then it should be put out there. You know what I mean? And it's an opportunity for them to get real numbers on how many serious goat farmers out there. You know what I mean? It's simple. If you put that out there, you're going to get a lot of people signing up. And after you do your vetting, go check out them farms, whatever, you get real numbers, real data on how many farmers out there wants to take this thing serious. Or you're going to have a few of them in there that just want a goat and whatever, but real talk, like in any business, you're going to have that. In any situation, scenario, you're going to have a percentage of people who are trying to take advantage of this, the situation. But you can't let that deter you from seizing the opportunity to collect real data on your sector. JB Farm was asking, you get the form. Contact your RADA rep. I don't know if it's too late or the date will be extended. I don't know, man. Contact your RADA rep and ask him about it. You know what I mean? Tell them the iGoat family the iGoat chat family sent you. You know what I mean? Just tell them, say, yo, you heard this on iGoat chat and you want to know how it go. And why you weren't notified or why it wasn't posted. It's crazy. It's one of those things where you think that, are they just papers? Are these people just paper pushers, or do they really take this serious? Yeah, it's like everything seems to be happening in secret, which is kind of disturbing. It's not even kind of, it's pretty disturbing. Here's a comment. The launch was a secret. Remember, forget about that. Yeah, the launch was a secret. We only find out about the launch when people start posts from the launch. So, Darren, I don't know if this statement is correct, because I'm pretty sure we can afford about 4 AI. You know, they're not gonna farm more than 4 goat or whatever, but we can afford maybe 4 AI. But we're notified. I'm sure Peter Maku can afford a couple AI too, pay for a couple AI. So he was notified, and his rep know him have goat, not just pig. Rather try to use Cabo Ranch as them training ground all the time and try to come collect data every year to make them report look good. So, they're aware of us, them only call when them need training or when them want put down our numbers in them reports, when them want to use the farm for training or show somebody what's going on the farm, is when we hear from them, Truly is a nice one, and I'm not nothing with them. I make it clear to them I don't want to do nothing. I really don't want to host no more training. I don't even, they can just call me on the phone and ask how many goats we have. I'll tell them. Because they're not doing nothing to support what we're doing. Everything is just lip service. They're not even, I don't really need nothing from them. I just need communication and just feel like, yo, these people know we're here. If we can help with anything, we'll help. If they think we can benefit from maybe just publicity thing or to let people be awareness or something, yeah. But the only thing they seem to want to talk to us about is, yo, can you host this training, or we're gonna come by and check out the farm and see how many goats you have now and all that stuff. Nothing else. Nothing else at all. They not even just stop by for say hello. Kevin here say him have over 130 goat, and him can't tell the last time he saw a rider rep. So as far as I'm concerned, they're not taking this serious. They don't really believe that what we're trying to do collectively is a good look or it's viable. I don't believe in my heart that they think that. Or I'm just lazy. I don't know. And the thing is, it doesn't take much. So a lazy part can, because it doesn't take much for somebody to just post it in our group and ask people to spread the word. That would spread like wildfire. That news would spread like wildfire. Post it in one group, and that information would spread like wildfire. So it leads me to think it was under selective distribution, because it can be a numbers game. It definitely can be a numbers game. If it's a numbers game where a man say, yo, we want to have the most submission, let's say semi division, or rather say, yo, we want to have the most submission to show that we have the most goat farmers. Yo, you spread that like wildfire and get everybody signed up. It doesn't cost for them to sign up. And you can sign up digitally. You can, scan it and email it in. So I don't know. I honestly don't know what was the logical reason why this thing was under the radar so much. you know. Yeah, even use it as data collection. As Real Ty is saying here, yeah, just use it as data collection because you don't know, say, the resource is limited, only a few people go and get it. But at least you have an idea of how many goat farmers you have out there that's registered with RADA and trying to do a thing. At least you'll know. You'll have real data. Because we love signing up for free things. I'll sign up for free something to me. No shame in my game. Not that I need it, but yo, if a man will tell me, say, I'm going to give me a nice full-blood, purebred goat for free, I'll take it. There's no shame in my game. Because one, the person that I am, the operation we run, we can help 10 more people. You know what I mean? When we were talked to about this whole import and the pilot project and all them things, we offered, we say, yo, we would do it because we know we can help people like just endless. The help would be, I have no cap on it. As long as these goats are producing, people can get goat at whatever price or whatever arrangement it is with the ministry or rather whoever is managing it. If people be getting goat because we're serious about what we're doing. You know, there was no follow-up conversation on it, mind you. They just said, yeah, it's good to know. And that was the end of that. But straight up, people watch what we do. We don't need it. You know what I mean? We can develop what we're trying to do from the 130 odd goats that we have. We can develop what we need to develop from there without the added responsibility of dealing with government property. But we chose to offer because I thought that, oh, we're doing something that I think is on the right track and we can help people. But they didn't come back. So we just leave it alone. But this form not being circulated, I think it's a blow to our confidence in whatever is coming, whatever they're doing. It's a blow to our confidence, to my confidence level. I can only speak for me. If we're serious about developing the sector, one, I went into deep discussion about this before. One, I think the approach that I see them taking, if this is any indication, if this form is any indication of what they're trying to do, which is distribute these goats to farmers, as the thing says, if you have 3 mature goats or whatever, I don't see great success coming from it. And this is why. I'm going to explain why I don't see great success coming from it. It's well documented that the last time the government did importation of animals and all this stuff, you didn't see any true development or didn't see the fruits of all of that. You didn't see it. For whatever reason, all the rumored reasons, all the factual reasons, it didn't go anywhere. So, my opinion, this time around, you should deal with people who have something to lose. It's that simple. Deal with people who have something to lose. Put it on a record. Make a big deal out of it. Okay? I'll use Cabo Ranch, for example. Cabo Ranch is out there in the space, active. Our name is all we have. The brand is all we have. Okay? Cabo Ranch is all there is to this operation is people like the brand, trust the brand, just the name, and the animals we showcase. Right? And I'll put our business out there because I want people to feel comfortable, and I want people to realize that, oh, they can do it this way too. One, Cabo Ranch is a registered company, an agriculture company, registered with the government, has a tax ID, TRN, whatever it is. We have a business bank account. If you want to buy some goat from Cabo Ranch, you're going to get the business name, the account number for do a transfer. And if you want to donate, truly just drop the thing in the comment section so we can have some rich people who watch give us some money. Okay. And we have full-time employees that we pay NHT and all the government required deductions for. Payroll taxes, all of that. Now, that aside, that's the government thing that we have to be as a company, we have to be in compliance. Then we're always posting and sharing information on what's going on the farm, everything. So there may be a lot more farms doing this, right? I know our good friend Mackie is in the same position. Peter McCook is in the same position. Real operation with government compliance. And if I was doing this, I'm going to them people that I know is in the system, doing it right, proper documentation, proper record keeping, and partner with them and say, yo, I want to give you X amount of goats and come and have a deal where you're going to help us develop this. And the deal is 50%, 70% goes back to whoever we approve to get animals. And then on top of that, they should have the likes of Boodles come and collect semen from offsprings just to preserve these lines. You know what I'm saying? And know that the ready is coming. You register. These animals will be registered. You know what I mean? They can do DNA check if they want. Whatever they need to do to make sure things are on the up and up. That's the direction it should take. If you understand what I'm saying. If you want to see real results and accountability, that's the direction it should take. People who have something for lose. You check say me, I got really play with them man thing and jeopardize the Cabo Ranch brand. You think Trudy would do that? We're not in that. No, sir. We're not join that. Then I take for them think we could mash up my thing. No. We can buy them. You know what I mean? If I want a full blood down, we can go sell 5 goat and buy it. Or 4 goat or 3 goat and buy it. Depends on the quality of the graded we have. Yo, I got the famous Cruz. I don't see this guy very much on my thing, you know. But I gotta big him up. That guy Daniel Davis is Cruz. Big up Cruz. Yeah, you see, Cruz is saying that if I did more and dead, like we're not playing that game. Integrity is everything from what we do. Integrity. So with that said, I think that's the direction they should take. People who actually have a reputation on the line. So if something goes sideways, it will quickly be resolved, or them can issue a statement and say, yo, remember we did this launch and we had Cabra Ranch and big this whole big thing, and now Cabra Ranch, I tell you, we said them now have no goat. The goat them dead. Or, you know what I mean? And we're in the government system. So if a man say, yo, Virgin, give us a real reason, or else you have to go pay, because that's the agreement. You know what I mean? That's the direction you got to take. Where it's our good friend Damian Crawford, I don't know if you participate, but something like that, where people have a reputation on the line and for them think worth more than 4 goat or 5 goat. You know, because at the end of the day, it's not hard to track these goats. It ain't hard. You know what I mean? Tags, DNA, all that stuff. It's not hard. Pictures, digital profile of the goats. Like, we're in 2021, man. It's that simple. And if you're running a program like that, then there should be somebody coming to check up every month, every other month, whatever it is, see how things are going. Or you're required as a participant in this program to report back to them the health and well-being of these animals. It's that simple. That's how I see it. You know what I mean? Giving these goats to 1 and 2 man and some man around the country with no governance, the more you spread it out, there's the less chance of any accountability. You know what I mean? You can do RFID chips, RFID tags. If this is a real thing, take some of that money, invest in RFID identification system, work with the farms, the pilot farms that you're working with, implement that. So you know. Say, yo, scan that tag, tell you everything about the goat. Tag is missing, somebody needs to tell you what happened to the tag. You know what I mean? Outside of that, this not gonna work. And that's just my humble opinion. We've been down this road before. You know what I mean? I have crews here on it that can tell you, that can second and confirm what I'm about to tell you about the big boar goat down at Richmond School, where the brother buy from the school for little and nothing, and it was given to them by the government to develop a goat program. And the man buy the goat and butcher the goat for a dead yard or something. The man stand up on Cabra Ranch telling us, I think him come with a brother for buy a goat. And he's telling us the story and buy this big, massive boar from the school down at Richmond. And I say, yo, where the goat come from? And I said, them did have a goat program and them get the goat from wherever. And I was the only one left. And then buy the goat for $15,000. It was like, I don't know how much years ago. And buy the goat for $15,000. And then cook the goat. 22,000 for a dead yard. Thanks for the correction. Thanks for the correction, Cruz. There you go. $22,000. See, Cruz have better memory than me because I'm young. $22,000 for a full-blood, big, massive boar buck. Where the school get for develop the goat program. And the man buy it for a dead. I was like, yo, seriously. It's horrible. So we've been down this road before. It ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new. We go down this road before. Where goats come in, all kinds of resources come in. And absolutely no development, no movement in the right direction. Or if there's any movement, it's too slow or too little for the amount that was put in. You know? Because I can't say there's absolutely no movement because there is some new stock that came in. You know what I mean? New genetics, whatever. But for the kind of resources that was put in, we should be further along. We should be further along. So if we're going to go down this road and do it again and do the same thing, spread it out across the country without any accountability, without any real plan, we're going to be in the same position. You know what I mean? I will be in the same position as we are today and years ago. So exactly what's going to happen. Animals are going to go missing. Animals are going to end up on curry pot for dead yard and party and them thing. If you really want this to grow, put it in the hands of people who have something to lose. People who have morals and who have accountability. You know, you can say, yo, I'm coming through to look on the goat them and see what them doing. Let's have a conversation about anything, and you know, say, yo, you come through and everything is the way it's supposed to be. Goats are still there, additions are there, and you can have a conversation about what you're gonna do with the half springs. You know, that's how I see it. I want to see them be serious about this. I don't care which farm, which established farm that's doing it right. I don't care who it is. As long as there's accountability and there is a plan in place to grow what they bring in. But the way it's going, slim chance of that happening when there's not even, they can't even get a registration form to be circulated. Okay, Dr. Young is saying, then person say the small man being left out. So guess might be no way to win. It's all about context and communication, Young, because the reality of the thing is you got to present things to people so they know that there is an end goal. There's a process. I don't feel comfortable satisfying people knee-jerk reaction to things because, oh yeah, Cabo Ranch don't need it, Maki don't need it, so why them get it? Well, at the end of the day, you know, I won't get a man who say I build 2 block, run I'm yard, run I'm back I'm yard or whatever. You know, I'll give him the job for build a high-rise building because him can make some block and him can build a thing. No. But you can hire him or you can subcontract to him to supply some blocks, but he's not going to get the job to build the high-rise building. So at the end of the day, you got to put things in context of people and say, yo, we serious about this. And you lay out the criteria and you go up on a man farm and show to him why him not qualify. Show him what you need and show it to him, say, yo, you're not qualified, brethren. And I'm not going to spend money to get you qualified. Tell people straight. Be honest with people. Just tell them straight, dude, you're not qualified for this. What we're trying to do here, you're not qualified, but you will benefit. You will benefit from it because we need people that's gonna expedite this process. We need people who can definitely, I get them 10 goat, I'm gonna get 10 animals to distribute in a year or 8 months or whatever it is. Just be real about it. Sometimes brutal truth is best. I believe in people that people will understand once you explain things to them. And if you deal with people that they think they can trust, that they know they can trust, then they'll be like, yeah. And you people, if you make it public and say, that man, I participate in this development, that man will be accountable to the people. Yeah, Dr. Young, I know that, you know, the outcry is going to be the same. The big man gets it, the whatever. Okay, Mackie is not a big man in a goat business. When you really get to know the struggle and I'm own money him spend and he can show you pictures from 2 goat tie up on a fence or him buy and them something there. Mackie is not a big man. Mackie is a model of how commitment and hard work get you there. And being smart about it. You know what I mean? We're not, Cabaret's not into breeding things, so I'm going to use Mackie. Mackie, I'm a bridging. I'm not going to mind me call up him name. Mackie is not a big man in the grand scheme of things. Mackie only business is in goat farm. That's his only business that I know of, right? So if you use Mackie as an example and turn to people and say, yo, Mackie is going to be a pilot farm. Mackie's story says it all. Commitment to what he's doing, accountability, and transparency, everything. Oh, all eyes on Mackie. And Mackie can either fail or he can come out on the other end and say, yo, every 6 months or once a year is handing over X amount of goat to the government to distribute. I understand the concern, but sometimes pleasing everybody now will get us nowhere. Watering it down, spread it out. One man get 2 goat, one man over here get 2 goat. Every parish get 10 goat. Whatever it is, the plan, I don't see it being impactful as if you have a concentrated operation with one goal in mind, to be pumping out quality animals that the government can distribute or the agency can distribute. So, Dr. Young, here's how I see it. If you go to the likes of Mackie and say, yeah, we want you to be one of the pilot farms that's going to help us develop this, whether it's live animals, AI, whatever. Your job is to keep on care. We're going to split the offsprings accordingly, and in order for it to pay for your time and resources, you get 30% or 40% or 50%, whatever the arrangement is. And the rest of it, you give them to us, the agency, and we distribute it. Take it out of the hands of Mackie for distribute what the government gets, what the agency gets. All Mackie's responsibility is to make sure these animals are taken care of and they're bred and the offsprings are made available. How the government sell them or distribute them, it's on them. That's how I see it. If you're not going to give Mackie money to take care of these animals, then the other arrangement is he gets to keep some of these animals, some of these offsprings. And please, I'm only using Mackie because Mackie is my friend and he doesn't mind me using his establishment as an example. You know, Dr. Young said they tried it before, it didn't work. Tried it before, I agree, but today it's a different scenario because now you can publicize, one, the benefit of letting people know you're actually doing it. Two, accountability. Once you publicize it, make a big deal out of the presentation, the handover, you're doing something, make it very clear to people where it's going, who's responsible for it. Nothing is happening in secret. If Mackie get 10 goat, everybody in the country knows that Mackie get 10 goat to take care of. He can, you know, make regular updates to the public on a monthly basis, quarterly basis, whatever, just to make sure people feel comfortable to know, say, yes, we're getting somewhere. If I was in issues and I was doing it, that's what I would do. A matter of fact, I would just set up them goat there and a pen by themselves and put a streaming camera there so the country can watch them goat. You know what I mean? Like, that's how serious I am about it. That's how I see it. We're in 2021. There's so many resources and so many things we can do to let people be accountable. And if people are serious about participating and helping, that's what you got to do. One hand wash the next. If I'm getting 40% of the offsprings and the government get the rest, I'm fine. Don't ask me to do it for nothing because I have resources, I have expenses. If I'm not going to cover my expenses and my resources, then why am I doing it? You know what I mean? I'm taking a risk. So any farm that the government or the agency deem suitable, meet the necessary criteria, that's the farm. That farm should get a shot. It's all about a system and an operation that you know you will see success from. You want success. If you're serious, you want success. Me nah give to a little man we have a little thing just because I'm scared that someone over there is going to scream. No, I'm not doing it. Because at the end of the day, a year out, 2 years out, I should be able to come to the table and say, here's a success from this project. Because if you do it the other way of spreading it out across the island a year after, how are you going to come back and report the progress? How are you going to come back and report the progress? Who's going to go around and find out if them goat are still alive? Darren, I'm not talking about, I don't know where you get the word liquor man, you know. As I said at the top, Mackie's a liquor man to me. Because him start from scratch. He is a model that I would want all other liquor farmers or small man, as you put it, to say, yo, Mackie was a man who start with 3 or 4 goat too. When me think about big man in farming, I think about man we have massive agricultural facilities. Talking about Surge Island and man, and that's what I call the big man them. You know what I mean? A man like Mackie will start from scratch and build up him thing. We don't call him a big man. Mackie's a small man doing big things. You know what I mean? There's a lot of farmers right now. I don't even say a lot. There's quite a few of them doing it the right way. And when I mean doing it right away, I mean registered business, record keeping, accountability, doing business the way it's supposed to be done. You can track them thing. A receipt book from RADA, proper accounting. So if something goes sideways, you can go audit them. Like, if you want to see success, deal with people who are having success. I just, that's my strong belief. And I understand Dr. Young's concern, and it's everybody's concern. You know what I mean? But the definition, in my opinion, the definition of a big man versus little man, I don't know a big man goat farmer in Jamaica. I know some people have a lot of resources, whether them have them handling different things. Al Archer have him drinks thing that he's doing, but he's known in our circle as a goat farmer. He may have other resources outside of goat thing. You know what I mean? But up to this point, I know there's other large entities trying to get in, but I don't see Sergei with a big goat farm. I don't see what they call juicy whatever thing with a big goat farm. You know what I mean? I don't see that. So as far as I'm concerned, we have all people like us trying to do big things in the goat business. We're in 2021. There's so many technology and resources and everything to keep people in check. Where there's a will, there's a way. If you're serious about it and want to stand up in front of cameras and say, yo, we did this. Here's the result. Then you have to bury your head in the sand and don't listen to what the naysayers say. As long as you believe that it will work, as long as you know that you can call a man and say, yo, what happened here, and get answers. You can call Trudy and say, yo, Trudy, I'm coming to check on the animals. Which day can I come? And you come through and you go through your check mark and you see everything on the up and up, and you can go back to your boss and say, yo, the 10 goats that we give Cabra Ranch, now them have 20. We need to decide who we going to give 6 or 5 or whatever of those goats to, based on the arrangement you have with the farmer. And then you have a news conference or something and show you handing over them goat to farmers. And who look like the hero? Who look like them actually execute a plan? I guarantee you 200 goats gonna come in and the man will say, yo, them distributed across the country. And then the next time them have to get an update on it, them just confirm. Say them 200 goats. But think about the possibility of the update saying, yo, them 200 goat there is now 400. Think about the impact that statement would be, the impact that statement would have on our sector. And nobody can question it because it's fully documented. One, us as a group would be so elated, excited, confidence in us to know, say, yo, this is working. It's happening. There is people among us that's willing to put in the work and drive this forward. It all works hand in hand. If we serious, we should volunteer to say, yeah, we will keep on care. Here's the agreement. Boom. Yeah. Can't do the same old thing. We can't do the same thing and expect different result. Can't just give out goat and walk away. And they say, yeah, we distribute 200 goat. No. If it's a 5-year plan, let's go. 5 years. What is the expectation? How many animals we need to have from that original stock in 5 years? And every year, are we on target? If somebody think I'm wrong, somebody think I'm fundamentally off base, tell me. Addressing all the concerns, we know the biggest concern is going to be the quote unquote small man need to eat to, small man, whatever small man need help to. But at the end of the day, you can't help the small man if you don't have a system to help them. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. There had that whoever is involved and partnered with the government or the agent to do this to have something in it that they should be protecting, whether it's their reputation, their brand, their whatever. Something's got to be aligned. If there's nothing on the line, them can do whatever they want to do. If I'm called upon to do it as Cabo Ranch and Trudy say, yes, let's do it, more on TV camera there. And TV camera not going to document myself. Because everybody is supposed to know this happened. Everybody here need to know it's happening and the details behind it. Everybody needs to know. You know what I mean? Because that's the only way you'll be accountable. I want people who are following us and part of this family to hold us accountable. Ask us how the goats are doing. Schedule a visit to come see these goats. We have enough technology in 2021 to keep people accountable. You know, some of this money should be spent in those areas of whether it's tracking, whether it's a system that, as I said, RFID tagging, any of that stuff. Some of that money should go into that. So they can know right off the bat. Just a simple audit. Say, yo, this is the number of animals. This is the increase. This is the percentage of increase. Quick report. You know what I mean? Cabo Ranch have people visit all the time. I think it's really wholesome people today. You call, you say, yo, when is a good time to come? Book, come, done. Give you a tour. Show you what's going on. The same. There ain't nothing to hide. And that's what you need. That's what you need. You know what I mean? Maybe that will slow down traffic when everybody realizes we have them go there because everybody want to come look and whatever. But if we're in that position, yeah, free. Come look. Come see the goats the government have in place that you can one day be a beneficiary to. I believe strongly in what I'm saying. I believe that's the way forward. I strongly believe that people should be accountable. I strongly believe strong partnership should happen with the agencies and people who are showing success, because it will eventually help others. It will eventually help people who are looking up to the likes of Maki, looking up to the likes of Al Archer, looking up to the likes of theirs and his breeding programs and his farm, looking up to Dr. Young and what she's doing with milk and all of these stuff, sheep and everything. These people should be front and center and given an opportunity to spearhead this. And they should be willing to be transparent about it. If you're going to take it on, be transparent. willing to let the people know that there's people in their space, in their sector that has integrity, that has the best in their heart when it comes to moving the sector forward. I tell you honestly, I can't speak on the good pricing thing because that's a whole game. I'm talking about a structured arrangement here. You know, what the government choose to do, or the government or the agency choose to distribute the animals that's handed after them, it's about them. That's on them. I'm just solely speaking on how I view this thing working and the fact that people have integrity when it comes to dealing with it. The ability to show the public, show the people in the sector that, these animals are being taken care of. I'm delivering on my side of the arrangement, and it's that simple. Dr. Young, you're getting into good trouble, Doctor. You're getting into good trouble. It's not bad trouble. This is iGoat chat. Any trouble over here is good trouble. We're having a robust discussion, and I appreciate and happy that you're here to put your 2 cents in. Well, you're not 2 cents. You got like 50 cents in there because everything you say holds so much value. Stimulating a different side of the conversation, or you in agreement, it's important that we all voice our opinion. And, we may be having this discussion and you're saying, but you may say all of that, but the small man I got by same now get a shot. You're right. 100% right. But it gives me an opportunity to say, this is the reason why it should be done a certain way, because the small man will actually benefit more if it's so structured that for sure they will see the benefit from it. Now, mind you, I'm not being naive to think that Mackie is going to hand over 10 goat and the agency them don't do for them thing and decide who get it from who not get it. And I'm not being naive about that. Right? I know that's going to happen. But the part of the growth, the part where the growth happens, you want to be confident that it's happening. And at least we know the source. You know what I mean? If Cabo Ranch was involved in this, me not hand over no goat unless camera did it. No man not come pick up no goat in the dead at night. No. Come 10 o'clock in the morning, come pick up the goat, and we have cameras and we shake and we talk about the goat, them talk about this one come from that one, the buck over there, society, this, whatever. We talk about it and it's documented so people know. Pictures and everything. That's how I see it. There's so many ways of keeping accountability. So many ways. But remember, we keep putting these ideas and things out there, but nobody not biting them. And we know them not bite, but at least us as a group, we having a discussion about it and we know what the possibilities are. We know what they are. We know what abilities are. Darren, I don't know what the procedure is going to be. This discussion started off the fact that the registration form didn't get out. I don't know what they're going to do when the animals come in. I can just tell you how I see it working efficiently. If these animals go and spend year or boodles, then that's what the government got to do. But we know from past experience where they'll end up, or offsprings will end up, or whatever it is. We know. And I'm not saying anything that is not widely discussed in our space. You know what I mean? I understand the goats got to be quarantined for a period of time. However they choose to do it. This is one man's opinion that we can't keep doing the same thing and expect different results. 2021, we have all kinds of resources and technology available to us to make this a success. It's just that simple. And I would like to see some of these technologies and resources being utilized to give this a better chance of success. You know what I mean? You want success, you deal with people who are having success. It's that simple. If you want to see serious success, deal with people that are having serious success in that space. Whether you're picking them brain or whether you have a partner with them or whatever, that's how you do it. And if a man asks why, you do assessment on female and farm and tell him why. Just point it out to him straight. Say, yo, you gotta have proper housing for 10 goats. You gotta have, identification system. You gotta have documentation, record keeping. Because this is not a joke thing. This is a serious thing. We want to see results. I don't care if him say, yeah, give him a fight. Too bad. I want to see results. I want to see success. Best chance of success is somebody who's already doing it the right way, and that person qualifies. That person put in the work to put himself in a position to do it, and is volunteering in place to do it. You're gonna spend all them kind of money there and bring these expensive animals come to Jamaica and give it to. No disrespect to nobody. We have 3 goats, but you're gonna give it to a man where don't have the proper facility in place, the proper program in place, the proper husbandry in place. No. You're just appeasing people because you don't want to get yelled at. Yeah. So I was reading this comment here. Like Mr. Henry's right. I've been saying this from early in the year when the whole thing came out that this is gonna happen. I'm like, farmers, you want to do it? You want to participate? Put yourself in position so they can say no, or you have a good shot at it. Put yourself in position. If you want to show the powers that be that you're serious about this, put yourself in position. Put the necessary pieces in place. And we're not talking about, 3 months before the thing. I'm talking about a history of proper husbandry, proper record keeping, proper animal care, proper kid management, proper growth rate, acceptable growth rate. These are discussions, Henry, because we have to have these discussions, man. We have to. You know what I mean? The whole idea of helping the small man is a big factor. It's a big thing. It is a real conversation. But my definition of the small man is not the same as everybody else. It's not the same. You know what I mean? As I said off the top, Mackey's a small man to me. I don't care how big Mackey farm is. Mackey's a small man because you see where him start. How Mackey get there is because of commitment and discipline. And believe that him thing are gonna work. Trust in process. Trust that he's gonna meet his projections. Sacrifice. So Mikey is not no big man. Mikey is a man like just everybody in this group that say, yo, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna put my hard-earned money into it and stick to it and make it grow and do what's necessary, learn as much as I can learn and apply it to my operation. And as I said before, full disclosure, the only reason I'm using Mackie because I'm Mackie a virgin and Mackie wouldn't mind me calling up him name over and over. You know what I mean? So that's how I see it. That is minds. And as a group here, the iGoat group, we talk about these stuff all the time. You guys think about it yourselves. You know what I mean? Think about it, be honest with yourself. And tell me if I'm wrong, if my opinion is wrong, if, the way I see it is wrong. Hi, Kimberly, you're late, but we're talking about the Small Ruminants Development Program. Better late than never. You'll be able to watch it when we're done and it get finalized. If you believe that you can make an honest living, a good living, and develop your good farm thing and be happy with it, then be honest with yourself and say, yo, am I at a level where I can take on the government asset? Do I have a system in place comfortable enough to know, say, yo, I can take this on and I can help 2 man down the road? I can help the government or the agency grow this sector and we all benefit. Gotta be honest. All the quote unquote small man them will want goat. Be honest with yourself. What do you want the goat for? You want to add it to your herd, or do you want to participate in the development of the sector? People got to remember what the thing name, the Small Ruminants Development Program. So participating in it is helping to develop the program. It's not to add a goat to your 2 or 3 goat to your thing. It's to develop the program, develop the sector. So be honest with yourself if you want to participate. Remember what you're trying to participate in. It's a development program. That means you have to give back. And I'm imploring people, imploring everybody. If you want to do it, if you want to be in it, remember what it name. Development program. That means you're assisting with the development. You're not just get a goat for your own use. So everybody will want goat, everybody will say, oh, this and that. It named the development program. You're assisting with the development. You're willing to put your facility and your resources towards the development of the program or the development of the sector. I think that's it for me for the night. Think I've, said all I can say about it. To recap, I'm disappointed in the RADA effort to circulate this form. And I'm hoping that, it's not too late for it to be corrected. And we as Jamaicans are always under the impression that, some things are going to go on under the table. But at least they can collect some solid data about the sector. And we all, me say you can't manage what you don't know. Cannot manage what you don't know. So at least they'll have some data if they collect the information correctly, properly circulated form and collect them. They'll have some solid data on goat farmers. Yeah, Dr. Young, we all know about the last time. But this time it's different. I see it different. You know what I mean? Everything can be in the open. That's why there's social media. You know what I mean? If a man can be transparent and live up to his responses and what the agreement is, then he shouldn't. You know what I mean? In fact, transparency and accountability should be number one in the form of accessibility, social media presence, all of that. Because if I was the minister, I want to look good on this. I want to look like a star on this. So whoever I go to better make sure so they're transparent and have a presence and accessible, because I want to look like a star. I'll give you guys a little story. Like, and this is an example of how somebody implements something and accountability and using media and everything else and news agency to legitimize and promote what they're doing. I had an uncle that was head of National Housing Trust when I was a youth, young, as a teenager. And every time that man's opening a new housing scheme, he would not hand over key or anything unless the news was there. News agencies had to be there for him to hand over. If him go there and a news agency, they let him leave and reschedule the handing over of the key. Because in his head, it ain't happening if it's not documented. Nobody is gonna remember or talk about it when they might give him reports or whatever, because there's no documentation that it happened. And this is the same here. You want to make sure this is a success because it should be documented. All aspects of it should be documented. All aspects of it. When them go to the land out of the airport, camera should be there. The whole process of them coming off the plane should be documented. In fact, I'm going to submit an application for iGoat chat to document it. Seriously. The whole thing should be documented. All participants should be on record. All participants should be on camera. Anybody who are dealing to goat them should be on record. Whoever supervised them under quarantine should be on record, should be documented, should be on camera talking about how them are going to take care of the goat them. What is the security in place? How do they record the goat them when they come in? How long they need to be quarantined for? What happens when the quarantine done? What's the next phase of this program? All right. Yeah, when the dog them I go to Canada, the dog them a superstar. Yeah, those dogs become superstars, social media superstars, because everything was documented. You know what I mean? The people start turning them into skits. So it's doable. We just have to have the guts and the commitment to do it. I strongly believe in what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I have empathy for the man who definitely wants to start him thing or, get new genetics in him, but make sure your system qualifies. Make sure your establishment or your farm qualify. Be honest with yourself. Well, that's it for me tonight. I thank you guys for participating. I think it was a great discussion. And everybody here just know that we're looking for bigger and better things. You know, we're looking for this to move forward, and we're looking for success from it. We want to see success. We want to know that we're moving the needle forward. And us as a group, even just iGoat chat group here, everybody that comes here every weekend, or their weekends that we can able to do it now because of our technical issues. But let's keep the fire burning. Let's keep people talking about this. Let's, you know, try to keep people accountable in the form of open discussion about it. You know what I mean? Because that's the only way. Mind you, I know Jamaica working. I'm not naive. We could talk to a blue in the face, according to my grandmother. Some of them people don't care. But this is not 10 years ago. This is not 20 years ago. There's a thing called social media and cameras and all these things that are available to everybody now. And we can utilize it in a positive way to impact this sector that we're in. You know? And once all the details of how animals can be imported into Jamaica comes to light, the rules and regulations and what you need to qualify for, how you get a permit and all them things, we're going to bring it to you guys. We're going to tell you the benefits of grouping together and pool your resources and get 10 animals in and start your own pilot project or whatever it is, if that's what needs to be done. You know what I mean? That's a whole different ballgame, because then you can't tell a man when goat costs if him spend all that money imported. You can't ball upon a man and tell a man about the price I'm good. You know what I mean? So I don't know where we're going to go. What we really need is for this government thing to be a success, so the quote unquote small man can get the help needed. You know? Because if the likes of Al Archer, Dr. Graham, you know, and anybody else that has the resources to import animals, that's their prerogative. That's their right. That's their business. You know, if Cobby Ranch decides we want to pool and buy some goat, that's our business, because I for money, just like our for money build the ranch. A man cannot come to me and tell me nothing about the price of my goat, because they did not go through the struggles and the whatever it takes to get the animals there. But aside from that, I'm willing to help the program that the government is implementing so that same guy can get affordable animal. I want to see both sides succeed. Both sides should be able to succeed. This is business, straight business. All right, that's it, folks. And thank you again. And see you guys next week. Next week, there's a heated discussion. Well, I wouldn't say heated, but very lengthy debate on costing on the farm. I think we have been through this on iGoat chat a couple of times. You're gonna have to dig through the archives. But next week, we're gonna have a discussion on it with some documentation and calculation. And Peter, my cook, is he loved talking numbers. He's gonna be our special guest, and he and I are gonna go back and forth. I'm gonna try to trip him up 1 and 2 times with his thing, but we're going to go through it, different scenarios. And if anybody else wants to partake, if they have proper calculation of this thing, please send it to us and let me review it to make sure that, you know what I mean, it's good to go. And you can also be part of this discussion. And you can also present your calculations and how you do it and explain why it works for you. Right? And that's next week. We're going to do that. All right. So thank you guys. And we'll talk next week. We'll see y'all next week. Thank you.